So that's everything you guys see. That's everything you guys are going to need. Alright guys, so this is everything you're gonna need. You're gonna need an oil filter from Honda. Get the washers, you're gonna need those. Obviously get some oil. You're gonna need these. Obviously these are gonna go for your transmission. If I'm not mistaken, this is gonna be for the differential. You're gonna need that. Get your cabin air filter. The cabin air filter, if you never changed it, obviously if it's a new car that you just got yourself, obviously you want to do that. I went with the K&N filter to change it. Obviously you don't have to go with the K&N filter, you can go cheaper and just get the OEM one from Honda. This you will need in order to cut the box, in order to cut the current box you have, the air box. You're gonna cut with this and make yourself a new cold air intake. And then lastly, you're gonna need this right here in order for you to pump all those fluids back into the transmission, into all that. I'll leave you guys down below all the links for all the Amazon products. I got them. I don't get paid for any of this, of course. I don't want to make money off of you guys, but this is something crucial that you guys need to do in order to keep your S2000 running for a very long time. So that's all the fluids we're going to be doing. So that's everything you guys see. This everything you guys are going to need for doing the tune-up, the major tune-up on your vehicle. I believe it was a little bit less or a little bit more than $300 for everything. For all the fluids, I think it's definitely a good start. Of course, after this, you want to check your spark plugs, your coils, things like that. But I think this right here is huge, especially if you bought your car. My S2000, as you guys know, if you saw the other video, it has 170,000 miles. So definitely it's not a new car, it's a very old car. So we need to keep it with love. We got to maintain it. This is one way that I feel like you're going to be able to keep your S2000 running for a very long time. Honda did their part making a really good car for you guys. Now you have to do your part in keeping it good as well. So definitely I hope this helps you guys knowing exactly what to do to buy your vehicle, to make your vehicle last longer, changing all the fluids. And of course after this, expect a brake upgrade. We're gonna go with some different rotors and probably brake pads as well. Definitely we got quick release for more security. As you guys see over here on this side, let me see if I can turn this. You guys, I have the hardtop right there. I live in California, so I don't necessarily need a hardtop during the summer. Put the top down, enjoy some cold air. Winter will be coming, so the hardtop will be going on as well. Definitely the hardtop is a different color. The hardtop is red, so not sure how you guys feel about the red. I don't know how I feel about the red, so I think I might wrap it a different color match it, or just change the whole car into a whole different color itself. So I definitely think I might be doing that, just changing everything into a different color, so that way we can kind of get different S2000s, you know, throughout the time I got the car. I got the car a few months ago, so definitely I put a few miles into it, so we definitely have to break it in nicely, change all the fluids, get everything right away, so that way in the future you guys can have a good reliable vehicle. But I hope this video was informative for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Check out the difference. This is what I had in there. This is the new filter. It's not as bad as the ones I've seen. Well, this side it is bad. Look at all the nasty stuff in there. Literally wasn't even hard. Take off the clips from here, lift this up just enough, and then we're gonna put this back in. As we're doing that, we are draining the oil. As you guys can see, it is draining. Oh, that's my Dobie. Here's the oil filter we're gonna be using, and this is the oil we're gonna be using. It is more difficult when you have a lowered car. I have these ramps that I had bought in. Well, I bought these when I had my Buick, and with the Buick I was able to drive it up there. Super simple. But now I need to jack up the car and then slide those on until they're lifted. Once I got one side, the other side was much easier to do. And then yeah, so pretty much it's very secure there. Obviously don't push it, and then put a brake at the end, so that way the car, if it decides to roll back, then you can. I should have put it on gear. I only have it in the parking brake, so it is what it is. But today we're gonna be changing that filter, the oil, and then we're gonna do the LTH air box as well today. I have the K&N filter already. If you guys haven't seen the LTH air box, it's very simple. I recommend you guys to look on YouTube for their backs. It's called LTH. You don't have to watch my whole video because I'm not going to make a tutorial on how to do it, because they tell you exactly how to do it. But essentially, I believe you take that off, you cut this off. So you're going to be cutting this off, taking this filter off, right? So this air filter is off. We're going to be putting the K&N filter. As you guys can see, that thing is no longer good. The K&N filter goes here. This little box right here, we're going to go ahead and shut that off, so that way the sound doesn't come here and resonate. I guess this is only to muffle the noise, so we want to cover that so it doesn't muffle that. We're going to cut this up to the line, leave that there because that's where the K&N filter will sit. And then now essentially the air comes here, has a complete flow because of this, and it hits it, it goes straight through it. In the future, I do plan on buying a Mugen top here. I believe is from Mugen, carbon fiber, so it connects directly to this, and then obviously that feeds the vehicle. So that should be fairly simple install later today. Like again, I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on that because there's so many videos out about it, and you guys can watch those even more detailed. But yeah, let me get to it. The oil should be done now. Change the cabin filter, check that out, big difference. Put that on, and then after that do this, and we should be good to go. All right guys, so this is what we're gonna be doing. This is what I bought to cut the box to go down. Now the plastic is pretty hard, so I might be using this one since I have it, and it should be able to cut plastic right away. And this is the K&N filter that should go like so. So let's get to cutting. Once you guys get this, don't throw this away, because from this we're gonna cut a little box. You see that? That's the resonator, so that's where we're gonna be using this big thing to cover that little hole right there. I'm gonna continue to use this tool and try to cut this little rivets and see if it works out this way. Pop off. Bada bing, bada boom. This will get cleaned up a little bit better, so that way it looks nice. But to be honest, ain't nobody gonna look in there. That's what we got the other little tool. I gotta charge it, I guess. I forgot about that. And then cut this a little more, make it look nice. Obviously, I'm gonna get a vacuum, wipe everything off, make sure there's no dust and stuff like that, clean it up. But there you go. Now the last step is to cover that little box right there. You will need some glue. Where's that little thing? Right here, right? So from this, make sure this, you're gonna cut like a little box, and then we're gonna put this in there. However, obviously this, I don't have the glue with me. I didn't buy any glue. I didn't care to buy glue. So once we get the glue, then we'll put it there. But either way, this should create the air that we need to, the airflow. And then once we cut the box, then that's just gonna muffle the sound a little bit, so that way, not muffle it, the opposite, so that way it sounds louder. But I think like this is gonna give a lot more air, given the fact that we took off that whole restrictive thing. One of them was this thing right here. Air comes through here, flows in there, and then the other thing is this. But without this, I think the air is just gonna flow naturally, and the K&N filter should sound good. I'm excited. Did you guys see that struggle? So I don't want to lift the car from the end right here, because then it could mess up your fender and pop it out. So I wanted to get it from the frame, from the inside. But if I do that, this thing is not low enough, so then it gets stuck to the fender. So then I have to put a piece of thing to lift the car up, stay it up, so that way that comes out. So it's just a pain in the butt. And this is not even low. Like, I can put the jack without no issues. However, if I was lower, I have to drive the car into that, then that, pop it up. It's just way too much. But anyways, these SSR wheels, I think they're replicas. I cannot find them online, so I'm like 95% that they're replicas. Do you guys recognize these wheels? If you do, let me know. I want to know what I can sell them for, because I want to get some work wheels or some T37s. They're 18s wrapped around with Falcons, but I want to remove them and get 17s or 16s. Probably not 16s, but 17s with the same fitment, so that way it looks nice. But 18s, I think they look good. They're just too big in my opinion. I just want to go get 17s and look it better. I don't know what they are, so if you guys know, please let me know. But let me give you guys a montage. Now this thing's on the ground. Let me check the oil once again before I start it. Make sure we're good, and then do that. So basically it took the whole gallon, and it's all the way to the top. So to the full, so it's good to go. Let me start the car and go from there. This is why always I say check everything before. Look, I left this popped open, so make sure all your taps are closed. Make sure you leave no tools in the engine bay. Make sure everything's good. Now, as you guys can see, I'm not using my handy dandy because we're using this tool. So let me remove that, put that back into place. The reason why I did that is just so that way I had more clearance for the oil change. But let me do that for you.